Hello, this is Michael here doing the abortion monologue for character Amen. I'm going to do it in 5 seconds. In five, four, three, two. Dear beautiful soul, I first want to say that I love you. And I think you're great. I really do. I don't know you yet because technically you're not a person, not in a physical sense. In fact, you're not even conceived. You're just an idea. That's how my dad describes where babies come from. I was about 6 years old and I looked up at him. I said, Dad, where do babies come from? He smiled. He said, Amen. Babies are ideas waiting to be born. They live in two parts. Half of the idea is with a man, the other half is with a woman. And one day when it's right, a man and a woman will come together and say, we both got good ideas. Let's make one together. And not too long after that, the idea is born. I remember asking him, but Dad, not all ideas are good. Some are bad. He says, no idea is good or bad when it's born. It's only how we raise it. I asked him, was I a good idea? Am I a good idea so far? Yes, amen. You are a wonderful idea. I figured I'd take the time to talk to you, feed you with some love because you are a wonderful idea. You come from a long line of wonderful ideas and people who know how to make ideas grow. My parents sure did, and their parents did too. Now understand, ideas take time. That's your first lesson. Ideas take time, and sometimes it ain't the right time for your idea. Ideas can be pretty scary at first because you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, think about birth. Every time a baby is born, you're looking at a roll of dice of life, and that could be scary. And imagine if your idea is a good idea. Imagine if your idea is something that could change the world. Sounds great, right? To some. But other people may not want the world to change. They may want it to stay just like it is because it works for them. Even if the world truly does need changing, you got to know when to change it. Ideas take time. Lesson 2. A smile is everything. Now, this is probably going to be the corniest lesson I'm going to give you, but yo, it's so true. Smiles are like hall passes in school. You have one, you can go anywhere. It's amazing. It's like a universal symbol of people saying, I'm just over here feeling good. You know what's funny? When people smile at somebody and they're too shy to smile back, but they kind of let a small smile out, I'm thinking, now you want to smile back. It's okay. Smile on the inside then. That's cool. At least you're smiling, right? If you're just walking around smiling, the world opens up and gets a little easier because people know that you got something we all want. Now this next lesson, serious. Very serious. When you're at a party and they say, throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. Do that shit. Do that all the time. Your hands should go up and stay there. You wave them around like you just don't care because in that moment, in that one tiny space of a moment, you will know what freedom feels like. And man, that's an addictive feeling. Eyes closed, hands in the air, making the air move and becoming wind, feet planted firmly in the spirit of not giving a fuck. That is freedom. And don't let nobody tell you otherwise. In fact, Don't let nobody tell you nothing without you investigating it for yourself. See, the problem is people always saying they know something and they don't really know. They rather sound smart than be smart. Smart is rough. People hate smart people. Hell, smart people hate other smart people because they can't be superior anymore. Smart is power. And the one thing fake power hates is real power. So be smart, even when it gets hard. And don't be afraid to hate. A lot of people talking about love, but not about hate. I talk about balance. If you love God, you gotta hate the devil. If you love freedom, you gotta hate bondage. Hate, like love, is dependent upon the user. It's like a lightsaber. Some will use it for good. Those are the ones you hang with. The ones who will use their feelings for a greater good. But how do you know? How do you know what's the greater good? I'm glad you asked. When life is affirmed, when life matters, you can use death to make sure life go on. On earth, we call that sacrifice. It's honorable. Sometimes. Other times, it's stupid. But like I said, you gotta know how to handle your lightsaber. The only emotion I don't fuck with is fear. That one is like the bastard stepchild of emotions. You know the first thing I was afraid of? Those 17-year cicadas. Every 17 years, these little insects that have been living underground all this time suddenly bore holes from the earth and start flying around. Thousands of them. They come out for like 3 weeks or something just to mate and die. Ain't that crazy? They're big and they run into you. The sound they make while they're flying, you get no sleep. I ain't want to go outside. But Dad says, son, why are you so afraid? They're not even thinking about you. You know what they're thinking about? Sex. All they want to do is have sex. They waited 17 years for this moment. They're just teenagers looking to have a good time before they die. If they run into you, remember, it was you that was in the way. You blocking a sex mission. They don't bite, scratch, or attack. All they want is love. Now get outside and play. Man, I remember walking outside that day, seeing all those cicadas flying, and I thought to myself, they're not thinking about me. They just want sex. I stepped outside. Nothing happened. I was in the cicadas world. They couldn't care less. But I was safe. And I had always been safe. Even if they were out to get me, I'm bigger and stronger than them. But they weren't out to get me. You know what blocked me? Fear. Somehow, whether it was through TV or movies or whatever, I learned to be afraid of things that look different from me. Even if they weren't even worried about me. Even they just wanted sex. Oh yeah. Sex. Sex. Yo. Sex. It's the most unfair thing ever. Sex is like Willy Wonka just tempting you with chocolates and candies, knowing you want them. Who doesn't? And he's got something for everyone. You like fruit flavored candies? Sex has got them. Chocolate or vanilla? Sex got that too. Shoot, if you like, sex can make you a chocolate vanilla swirl that'll blow your mind, and you'll be hooked. I'm gonna tell you right now, take your time when it comes to sex. Be like a cicada. Wait 17 years before you go crazy. Sex is tricky. Like, I lost my virginity, right? And I'm thinking, is this what everyone's so hyped about? You know, is this why people lose their minds over this? I'll pass. Yeah. Then it hits you. It's like someone flipping a switch and sex becomes liquor. It just tastes better with every sip, and then you're a wino, losing your money and your mind over something that animals do in seasons or for reasons, and you're a lifetime junkie. I love sex. Feel like I could do it forever, but I won't. I haven't. It's consequences to that shit. I mean, sometimes a person look like they're a good idea. But nope, they're not. Ideas like books gotta be judged by their content. You think you picking up a decent family tale. Come to find out, she's a graphic novel. Or you think she's a graphic novel, she turns out to be a murder mystery. Sounds crazy? Good. Remember that. Don't let your hormones take you off your game. Hormones, pheromones, nothing moans. You hear me? Leave them moans alone for a while. Sorry. A little far on that one. It's all about love. Love, man. That right there is complex. It means so many things to so many people, and most of us don't know how to do it or how to do it right. If love was a lightsaber, we have to be Yoda to get it down pat. People, they know what it is. It's kind of true. I gotta admit, I don't know if I know fully what love is. I know bits and pieces of it. I do know that love and God are synonyms. The only thing you'll ever see is love's backside. And that's if you're brave enough to peek when love walks by. And I must admit, love's got the finest ass I've ever seen. It don't make you want to just go and fuck her. It make you want to be her. Love makes you want to lose yourself and just become formless. Love makes you want to go being back to an idea. It's all about love. Love. It's all about love. Love, man. That right there is complex. It means so many things, so many people, and most of us don't know how to do it or how to do it right. If love was a lightsaber, we have to be Yoda to get it down pat. People, they know what it is. It's kind of true. I got to admit, I don't know if I know fully what love is. I know bits and pieces of it. I do know that love and God are synonyms. The only thing you'll ever see is love's backside. And that's if you're brave enough to peek when love walks by. And I must admit, love's got the finest ass I've ever seen. It don't make you want to just go and fuck her. It makes you want to be her. Love makes you want to lose yourself and just become formless. Love makes you want to go back to being an idea. Unbounded, uncompromised, free. Love always wants to be free. Love and freedom have been going steady for a while. And if you want freedom, you have to love so fiercely that you will lose yourself, sacrifice, and hate not being in the presence of love so much that you give anything just to see that fine ass backside. So, guess this is the part where I tell you why you'll never be born. At least not through me. I know, right? All this time telling you life lessons for a life you won't live. It's messed up, I know, but not without reason. I've been thinking about you for a while now. Like 3, 4 years maybe. I thought it would be like to see you for the first time, to hold you. What it would be like to calm your cries. I'd smile when you tried to speak and applaud when you took your first steps. Thought how much I'd protect you from every rock or stone, every uneven sidewalk or bee sting. How I'd be daddy. Big, strong, confident, loving. Heathcliff Huxtable with a splash of James haven't seen yet. How I'd be daddy. Big, strong, confident, loving Heathcliff Huxtable daddy with a splash of James haven't seen yet. Thought about that. My mom and dad, when they were younger, they worked their asses off trying to make the world a smooth place for me to be. They tried to make it easier so I wouldn't have to go through what they had to endure. I wouldn't suffer or want for what they wanted, but what have I done? How have I made anything better? Let me tell you, if you came here, life would be no different than it was for me when I was coming up. Maybe the technology be different. Maybe you wouldn't know about Saturday morning cartoons, landline phones with the three-way, Star 69, the music videos. But the pain, the fear, still the same. I haven't done nothing. And I'm ashamed. How did I fuck up long before anybody even gets a chance to call me daddy? How can I bring you into a world I haven't made better? I mean, what kind of father is that? I won't have it. I will not love you underground all this time, protecting you, shielding you from harmful lights and sounds, giving you all that I got, only to release you after 17 years so you can fly and be killed while you was out just looking for sex and love, killed by some coward, gun-tote, uniform-wearing motherfucker who don't know that you wasn't even thinking about him. You just wanted to chase love's backside. I will not have you become a cicada. I'm sorry, dear soul. I can't bring you here. Not until I've done my part and made the world different, better for you to be here. I ain't tell anyone about this. Didn't tell them I plan to wear my funeral shroud under my jacket. Walk down the street, smiling, with happy thoughts of you on my mind. Walk all the way down the police precinct on Tompkins Avenue, walking with a smile. Walk right up to the front desk and say, "Excuse me, officers, I have a great idea." Bang. They would all say, "Hold up, this is a bad idea." Let me tell you one last thing about ideas. I'm sure I could have gone another way. I could do something less severe, but if everybody worships and applauds sacrifice, if we all need someone to do what we're afraid to do, if we need someone to love so ferociously that they hate what might happen if we do nothing, well, I want to be that sacrifice. That's how much I love you. And when I'm done, when all those blue badges are rotting in hell for what they've done, I'm going to spend eternity chasing love's backside. Well, I gotta go. I hope you understand. Maybe you should wait 17 more years for things to change, but I promise you, this world will be different. I love you so much. Sincerely, your would have been father,